Hello, you're watching the Policy Times, world's first policy and development media. Policy Times has been speaking, interacting, and discussing with experts from various domains on various important subjects of national concern. Education, especially during the pandemic, has immensely suffered, and we saw how educators are innovatively trying to solve people's problem and trying to provide best quality education to them. Now, in this entire innovation and disruptive phase, the concept of Edutech emerged, and which has done fantastic work. Now, one of the successful serial entrepreneurs now venturing into Edutech space is Ms. Malini ji. Malini ji is a serial entrepreneur coming from southern part of India, having many important and successful ventures into servicing corporate clients, now coming into education. So her simplylearn.com and I Simply Learn as a product, and also Synergy Images, another venture doing excellent work in the corporate domain, has been the buzzwords recently across the country, and providing very high quality education to the needy people, the people concerned or important stakeholders. Today, we are very happy and welcome Malini ji to our show. We will discuss with her a couple of things, the innovations that she brought in. So with me, I have my colleague Vishakha, who will be asking questions and interacting with Malini ji. Malini ji, welcome. The first thing I would request a brief introduction of yours. Then I will hand over to Vishakha to start the discussion.
Thank you, Akram. Thanks a lot for giving me this opportunity. I am Malini Subramaniam, and I head Synergy Images and Simple Learning Private Limited. Synergy Images is a parent company which has been doing e-learning services for the corporate companies for the last 20 years. And we have successfully deployed and delivered e-learning solutions, customized e-learning solutions to all our customers and the customers of customers also. That is, we have worked with Infosys and their customers. We have worked with General Motors, Ford Motor Company, SAP, Daimler, Chrysler, HP, Wipro, you may name it, and we have worked with all the big companies. And that has given us a lot of insight as a team into corporate e-learning best practices, and we have got repeat business from all these customers that I mentioned. More than 80% is repeat business. So you can understand that how we have a very strong methodology and the project planning methods to ensure that we do customer deliveries on time and also with minimal changes. That is, we understand what the customer needs, and most of the times global customers, we have never met them before we started doing this project. So all this was done over emails and video calls, and 20 years ago even video call was a big thing. So mostly emails and telephone conference calls, we have been able to deliver what they needed, understand what they needed, and make it into an e-learning format and give it to them. So this was used for marketing. For General Motors, they used us for branding also. We branded their used car section, and also how to make the sales people understand how to go about doing a delivery, how to go about doing service, sales, and everything. So everything will be in an e-learning animated format, and everything would have a theme of its own. Like some will be golf based, some will be something else. It's all fun things, but at the same time very serious as far as the learning is concerned. So we also had the chance to put it in their LMSs, learning management systems, which sometimes they didn't even use. They didn't know how to go about it. So we ensured that they could use their LMS, existing LMS, and then this was ported onto that with SCOM compliance or AICC compliance. So the person, the boss who has to look at these people performing, he will get complete access. And these people will get access so that whenever they leave this and come back again the next day, they will be able to go to that point. They don't have to go to see the whole thing again. So it was done technically very up. Even in those days, we have done very high technology we have used. And having said that, and having understood e-learning the best way, we decided to come to Edutech because we wanted to make sure that Edtech also gets the professional, ambience of a corporate company. So that's how we landed in EdTech, and that's the company called Simple Learning Private Limited, which is 2 years old, and we have developed content for standard 1 to 12, both CBSE and state boards compatible, and we also offer them solutions based on this content.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. And so my second question is like how you cater and retain the attention of nursery students, because as I have said that this is very difficult for the students who are very young. So my question is how you retain the attention of these kids.
Okay, so actually what we find is the pre-KG and KG are easier to cater to because they are used to seeing this smartphones. All the children, 99% of the children today, whichever social economic situation they are in, that is, like trees and all, will be like, it's very bright and beautiful to look at. And then it will also be, they'll be learning while they're playing. So they think that they are actually playing because when they are seeing this, it doesn't look like a teacher coming and teaching. It's a self-learning one. So it's got a lot of 2D animations and a lot of things that go with the small side. So it's actually much easier for them to capture this because one thing is they are taught at a young age to get digital education. The next one is it is so captivating. Rather than a teacher standing and explaining, a lone teacher, here you see so many characters which they know. They know the cat, they know the dog, and we use these characters to teach them. So, and we make it bright and beautiful for them to enjoy. So it's very easy to make them study, and it is the most useful tool, I would say, because they don't have to study for hours. It will just be maybe 20 to 30 minutes in a day, which either way they are used to watching. So it doesn't harm anything, and they understand better because seeing is anyway better than talking.
Yes. So my third question will be a bit different from this. So my third question is like your company, your organization, Edutech, does it focus only on schools or it only focus on institutions? So who is your aim mainly? Which company, like which organization is your like main aim actually?
Yeah, that's a good one. See, because we cater both to the single student as well as to the schools. In schools, what we do is we try to deploy our content in their server. And during the pandemic, what we found was most of the schools had a big difficulty in reaching out to the students. So they had to use WhatsApp, or they were using so many other mediums to reach out to the students. So what we do is we give them a, not a proprietary LMS, because we don't want them to get stuck with us. We give them an open source LMS, which is capable of doing the video calling. That is, the teacher and students can meet, and also the teacher lessons can be recorded and kept not in a public domain. So it will be kept in their own domain. And this can be accessed by the students anytime, even if they miss a class or they want to understand something better, they can keep accessing it. So we started providing solutions to the school wherein they can make sure that the teacher and the students are meeting. And after the teacher has finished her portions of the class, she will play this content that we provide them for maths and science so that the concepts can be understood better. That apart, right now we are also working on giving them additional information on the topic. That is, if CBSE or state board covers a certain topic to a certain level, we give them much more additional information and also activities based on their learning. So what happens is the learning is complete. It is ensuring that end to end we are ensuring that they learn everything about the topic, so that any question from any side, they will be able to answer one. And they answer it after understanding. They don't just frame it or just by heart it. They understand the fundamentals and then they will be able to answer. So this is one thing that is extremely useful for both institutes as well as individual students. For individual students, it is kept on a online server, and what happens, they can log on and they don't have to have any gadget specific for this. Any gadget that they already have at home, including a smartphone, can be used, and they can access this content, which is also self-paced, self-mode. It's not a teacher-trained one. It's like a tuition for them, supplementary material. So they learn like a tuition. They don't have to go out of home. They can stay at home view it as many times as they want on a subscription model. That is an annual subscription model. That is there for standard 1 to 10. So we cater to both the institutes. That's how we are a little different from our competition. We don't offer our products, but we offer our products along with our solutions. So what happens is the school's pain points are all addressed, and the student also need not go and buy a costly gadget for this. So the cost effectiveness is maintained. We ensure that even the lower income group can use our system. It's not only for the high net worth individual. Our focus is middle class and lower middle class.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. So this would be my last question I would ask you. So my last question is, what is the future? What is your future plan? And what is the future of this e-learning?
Good.
Because after this pandemic, maybe we can see difference in e-learning and something else. So what is the future of this company?
See, the future for both the companies, I would say that one is the corporate training synergy images. We would like to, again, ensure that more and more companies are given this training material, which is customized for them. It's not an off-the-shelf training material. So everybody will have their own things. So we can customize it and create a e-learning content, which will be deployed probably in their intranet or internet as they wish. So the training cost reduces, the fear of travel reduces, and everybody need not keep traveling globally amidst this pandemic. So in the safety of your office or home, you're able to still get trained and grow up the ladder, and you're not losing anything because of this bans on travel. One. For the education sector, it's very, very still very volatile. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if the children will ever go to school next year also. So it's better to have a mechanism for them wherein they don't lose out on learning. 2 years of not learning is a big thing for small children. So everybody can learn using our system because it's cost effective one and it's very useful. So all the children will be benefited, and so are the teachers and the institutes. So everybody can be benefited equally. And so I think it's a great future ahead for us and for the whole. It's global because our content can be even viewed by other countries where they are doing this kind of CBSE or those kind of studies. So everybody can benefit, and it's a win-win for all. That's how I see it in the company.
Many, many congratulations, ma'am, for your company, and we wish you a very bright future. You and your company as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Nice talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Malini ji and Vishaka.
Thank you, Akram.
Wonderful discussing with you and having understood a lot of perspectives how you are innovatively trying to provide solutions for this.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Akram, for having me on the show. Thank you.
Keep watching The Policy.